Um, so yeah, maybe we can finish up. I really like to finish with, is there one takeaway when we look at building businesses and selling businesses? What is the one thing that you would want our fellow founders to take from your story, given that the exit, right, is generally a black box? People don't talk about it. Numbers are frequently kept private. And right, and founders don't get to do this. You might start 3 or 4 companies, but if you get the chance to sell one, you really got to do it right. So, any final words of wisdom?
I wish I had a single silver bullet thing, and there's so many. We could go back and forth, probably like tag team 100 of them, because it is a complex thing. The one thing I will see where I've seen people make mistakes is that they try to go only for the long dollar. Like the example I gave earlier is maybe the exception, and to their detriment. I was working with someone that I was advising just recently, and if there's a deal on the table with this company, and this particular founder is going to walk away with like $40 million. And that will be completely life-changing. Like that will change everything about this gentleman's life and his kids and his grandkids and like all the financial freedom in the world. But he's like, well, I don't know, maybe we should wait a couple of years. And I'm like, listen, the material difference, if you wait a couple of years and get to 60, it's going to be immaterial for you. Like you're not going to buy a fancier car. You're not going to feel more comfortable. You're not going to buy your wife a nicer handbag. But if you don't get this and it doesn't materialize, or risk sets in and it doesn't happen, I'd hate for you to look back and say, oh my gosh, I turned down 40 and now it's worth 5. And so one mistake I see people make, it's not the only silver bullet to answer your question, but if there's life-changing capital on the table, I just think you should seriously consider, because as we saw with COVID, there's things that are unexpected in the world outside of our control, and you hate to look back and say if only. And so the notion live to fund another day is a good one. The other thing I'll just say quickly is your time is worth something. So if it takes you 3 more years to have a slightly better exit, but if you recapture those 3 years and now you can start the next thing, or even if you'd spent 3 years on sabbatical, we shouldn't ignore the notion of time in addition to risk. So those are the 2 pieces of advice I might give.
That's perfect. I think a lot of founders are in that spot. They have an opportunity to sell today. They could hold out for tomorrow, but are those really the dollars you should be chasing? Could you be doing something better with your time? Is the ROI better today than it would be in the future? So Josh, thank you so much for doing this. I think it's very valuable for all of us, right? Where we really don't have a full perspective of what it takes to build a company and sell it. So thank you for doing this.